Yeah, I've been around people who also have the tics, and it's like we both just look like we're dancing, you know?
Like the stewardess walked by and he's like, I want to make you me maiden. I've got a bum. And he's like, I don't have a bum. I don't have a bum. Somebody told me the other day, they're like, why do you guys do the podcast?
Why are you guys even doing it?
Anthony, Blake, and Dylan, the Cold Slice. Ooh.
Welcome back to the Cold Slice episode. This is the episode about Trapdoor Brewing in downtown Vancouver. I'm sure plenty of you have been there. In fact, I've been there with most of you.
We know every single listener.
Yeah,
Coming at you live.
Yeah.
All 151 of you.
151 of them.
Maybe it's more by now.
Somebody told me the other day, and we're going to get into Trapdoor here in a second, and I know we always do this. I know we always do.
Here we go.
Yeah. But somebody told me the other day, they're like, why do you guys do the podcast?
Why are you guys even doing it?
Literally, they were like, why do you guys do the podcast?
I gotta know who this is so I can fucking beat their ass.
I'll tell you off camera.
Okay.
They were like, why do you even do it? They're like, the best ones are the on-the-go videos. And I was like, first of all, go fuck yourself. What you got, like, I guess to explain it is what you see, like the view count on YouTube and like the subscribers and whatever on YouTube, that's only half, okay? Because like we have an app that manages where we push out our actual just audio content.
Yeah, we're everywhere.
Yeah.
We're on Spotify.
Yeah. So like what they weren't getting is that they're like the podcast views are so low, like for the actual podcast. And I was like, yeah, on YouTube, but you have to double that at least for the actual podcast numbers themselves. Mm-hmm. So fuck you. That's why.
We don't actually know.
Yeah.
We have big dreams. This is our outlet. This is what we decided.
Yeah, dude. It's the best. I love it.
We're in this together. We had to talk like maybe 2019, 2020. Mm-hmm. Like whatever the three of us do, it's always going to be the three Musketeers.
That's right. Yep. Yeah, that's pretty much what we said. That must have been 2018, 2017.
It would have been a duo for you guys at that point. I didn't know you then.
Really? What year is this? Yeah, no, you're right then.
I met you in 2019.
Oh. Huh. What day? Remember the date?
I don't, but it was dark outside, so it would have been winter.
Yeah.
It was late 2019.
100 pounds ago.
Literally.
80 pounds ago. Anyway, so back to Trapdoor. Trapdoor is fucking great. It's been a staple for the three of us for a long time. That's pretty much always the play. That's like the spot, right? Like that's kind of a frequent for us.
Oh, yeah.
Like, yeah. I mean, we're just there all the time. So we're like, fuck it, let's do a video on it. Trapdoor is great. They have food carts outside. Anthony, do you remember the name of the food carts? I know we just hit you with this, but
I was going to say, yeah. So I know two of them because there is a healthy cart that's in the back that I've had one time, and it is good. I just don't ever make it far enough back to remember the name. But for some reason, like lettuce is in my head. Like I swear I saw a sign that said like lettuce something.
Feed you or something?
I don't know. It's got to be something like that. So, I mean, maybe somebody knows, or when I go back there, I'll actually check and eat something healthy for once.
I think they have good drinks there. Like it's like a
smoothie.
I got like a
acai,
a juice
how do you
drink
say
or
that?
whatever.
Acai, yeah.
Acai.
Yeah, that's another one that I messed up too.
Acai.
I used to say acai. Yeah, and they're like, that is not how you say it. Acai sounds better, or it sounds closer to how it should be said.
Yeah, I agree.
Does it sound healthier though? Maybe.
I don't know.
I
have no idea. Yeah.
Oh, fuck! I almost remembered what that was.
From the last episode. Okay. Yeah. Anyways, so there is it's Isan Thai or Thai Isan, one of the two. That's a Thai cart, as you could probably gather. That's out front off the side of it. That is where I first, I think, discovered my love for Thai food. Was after like 2 beers there, and then I was like, I got to try this out. I came twice now here, and I haven't. I've been here twice. Change that. I came twice, so you guys don't edit that. Yeah. Anyways,
Bathroom jerker.
Yeah, all of a sudden I'm a remix on YouTube. I came twice.
That would be the best.
Yeah, it would be kind of cool.
It's going to be me that does it.
Yeah, great.
It's a
they're
thing.
ke-
You can train yourself.
Well,
Anyways, big portion sizes. You got to be careful because the lady that works there can really turn on the heat when she puts the spice in there. Like, she warns you
Yeah.
time and time again. She'll look at you and be like, you know what? You don't, because I think they go to 5, right?
Yeah. She's like, you're
She's
just
like-
too white.
Yeah, she's like, you are probably at a 2, buddy. Like, 2 will be spicy. And because it is, I think Blake's made the mistake of going.
She's talked me down before, but one time I was adamant. I was like, on principle, it's like, I want the 5. Give me the 5. And I paid for it.
Yeah, I think
money.
5 probably tastes like just
Fire?
heat. Yeah.
It was not pleasant on the way out.
I don't know. My wife loves it because she'll do like a 4, and like that's like, but she loves heat. I can't eat that. I'm like, give me a 2.
give me
or
a good medium.
yeah, 3 if I'm feeling like adventurous.
Yeah.
But
I used to do 5-star all the time on no matter what, and I just can't do it.
Do you remember that time we were drafting and like, so I think it was me. I was like jokingly like, we should do the hot wing challenge or whatever. And like,
I remember that time. Yeah.
yeah. And you took it personally. And we were drafting for fantasy football, which you did not pick up after that night. And you were like, yeah, I'm going to do the challenge or whatever. And
Blake's
then
like
you did
dripping
it.
sweat onto his phone.
Yeah. Yeah. Somehow you ended up with like really good football picks.
Oh, yeah, I did, and then I just fucked it away by not managing my bye weeks.
Yes. Yeah.
The bye weeks will get you.
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely.
I don't get the joy.
Wait, did I do it? Did I do the challenge
Yeah. Well, it wasn't the challenge. You were just like, let me get the hottest wings you guys have.
at Buffalo? Mm-hmm. Yeah, that sounds like something I would do.
Did you black out?
I don't remember it. That's for sure.
The heat
Well, that would
just
have
swelled your
been
brain
a
up?
good while ago because when we first, I think, did our first
Yeah.
draft, that had to have been like right when we first started all hanging out.
Yeah, but he wasn't a part of that one. It was the second
it was
draft.
2021.
That was still a good while ago.
Uh huh.
Might have been 2020,
Long enough
I don't
for
know.
me to forget we did it at Buffalo, which makes sense.
We
'cause I
always
think that's
do
where
at
we
Buffalo.
mainly do it.
I think I
Yeah.
have a vague memory of it now. I remember drafting. I don't remember getting the winnings, but now that I'm remembering it,
Yeah, you were dripping.
because the
with
last
sweat.
time I did it, I was like maybe 12 or 13. And I was
Oh.
crying.
And this time you were crying from your pores.
Yeah,
Yeah,
but I didn't show it.
No, you did.
Oh, yeah.
he definitely did.
You looked like you needed a new shirt.
Yeah, you look like that Key and Peele. Like,
Was I lactating?
Anyways, so that
Just gotta cool
cart,
yourself up.
Isan Thai, they do a fantastic job. Their pad thai is awesome. I usually get the pad ki mao. That's my go-to.
what is that?
Don't ask me.
Okay.
It's like the fatter like
Noodles
rice
or
noodles.
something?
Yeah.
There's Pad
Oh.
CU.
What is
Yeah,
that
and then
one?
pad ki mao, I
Is that
think
drunken
maybe
noodle?
has.
Is that like the actual name for it?
Honestly, you guys keep putting me on the spot. We're gonna look dumber and dumber on this. I don't know. I just know that it's good. And when you look at it, I think it has like an extra vegetable in it or something like that.
Oh, I never order anything else. I always order pad thai because I don't know what anything else
Dude,
is.
you got to try either the pad see or the pad ki mao because both of those are
Yeah.
great. Yeah.
Okay.
In English,
and
it's drunken noodle would be
Yeah.
the way to go.
Earlier you said it was the right way to say it, which I thought was interesting.
What?
Go ahead.
No, the Pad CU would be the right way to say it.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I think the pad see
backtracking.
is the drunken noodle. I think that's right. Anyway, so that place is great. Then right next to it, located literally like 2 feet from it, is a really great taco truck that's literally called the Taco Truck. The guy in there is always bumping super awesome music,
Yeah.
having a blast, and he does a really good job, and he pumps the food out pretty quick too.
He seems like a cool guy.
Huge burritos, one of which is, since we're on the theme of spice here, one of which is called the hangover burrito, and it will absolutely clean your sinuses out. Like, it is, first of all, it's huge. Like, I honestly, and my spice tolerance is, like I was saying, has gone down tremendously from when I was younger, but like, I have to eat it in sections. Like, it's not one that I could sit there, I couldn't face that whole burrito.
Yeah.
I would cry for sure. Like, it's
It's
the
hot?
habanero sauce that he has in it. Yeah, it's hot. It's
You want that on a hangover?
honestly, yeah, dude, it's pretty damn good, and it wakes you up. Like, you start getting tired because you're having a beer on your hangover, and then you have that, and you're like fighting for your life. Your fight or flight kicks in.
Yeah, your adrenaline shoots
Yeah,
up.
all you want to do is yell at him for not telling you, even though he told you multiple times. Yeah. No, they have really good bowls. Their tacos, obviously, are great. But that burrito is kind of fun to try. It's as a challenge in itself.
The music was really funny when we were there. And it was killer music, but like you don't expect it coming out of a taco truck. It was like some like 1940s like duet style stuff.
Yeah, that's right.
There's this bitch Margaret.
Yes.
coming on.
Uh-huh.
And this
Margaret.
first song was called Slipping Around. And it was basically about she's singing this duet with this other guy, and they're both married, and they're like, well, we wish we weren't married so we could be together and sleep together and like slip around. And then in the song they end up doing that. And then
Fucking home wreckers, dude.
yeah, I was like,
Can't
wow,
stand
that's
home
bold
wreckers.
for like the 40s.
That is,
It's
yeah.
really insane. And then I looked up, and she has 2 other songs called I Won't Be Slipping Around Anymore. Because then, like in that second song, so the first song, they slip around and they're just like hooking up or whatever. But then the second song, they get married to each other and they divorce the other people. But then they slip around on each other and they get divorced again.
Huh.
And then
Kind
there's-
of an interesting like storytelling through multiple songs deal. It's kind of cool.
I hate that shit.
and then there's a third
What's
song.
with Kendrick Lamar?
I should have said this in a different order, but there's a third song called like something about wedding bells, and this bitch was like, "I won't be coming to your wedding because you should be with me."
Oh,
You know, it's funny now that we're on that. Here we go. Now that we're on the
he
1940s
picked the mic up.
music topic, that's right.
Yeah.
I'm playing Fallout 4 recently,
Okay.
and there's this song called Rocket 69,
Okay.
which is exactly what that's about. And it's from the 1940s. And it's like just talking about, like, obviously it's not like we're going to 69, but it's like, you know, we can
That's
have
hilarious.
fun on my Rocket 69. And it just like, it keeps repeating it. And I'm like, what the fuck? I'm like, maybe that's more normal than we think it is. Maybe we think the 40s and 50s are so clean because of propaganda.
I think you're right. I actually took a class in college, and it was about like the 1920s was like just as liberal as the 60s and the 90s.
Yeah.
So it's like there's different revolutions at different times, but
Sure.
I'd say the majority of people, maybe even the silent majority, as some would say, like that's what normal is projected as, is like the people who just are pretty straight edge.
Clean cut. Like,
But if you dig deep, there's always been diversity, I guess.
you know, we hate that.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean that makes sense though, that like the clean cut stuff makes it through, because that is generally like when you hear a song on the radio, or well, maybe not anymore, but songs that have lasted forever and ever, and like it's always fairly clean cut because the masses can listen to it. You know what I mean? And I'm sure there's like some executive play to that too, where it's like this one has so much money behind it.
Yeah, you think about Prohibition, there was like, most people were like breaking the law to drink.
Yeah, right.
Can you imagine that? There's a whole like decade where
Where you're
drinking
living
was-
like you're 18 again.
yeah,
Yeah, that's
like
insane.
underground bars, which makes it cool now to like have those places like pretend to be that way. But
Yeah.
I don't think the danger's the same.
I think it would scare. I think because I'm such a wimp when it comes to doing anything like
Yeah,
that's illegal,
especially
like,
now as we're older.
Yeah, I'm like I would be, and I love drinking, but I think I'd honestly be terrified. I wouldn't have fun doing it because I'd be like constantly sketched out.
Yeah, I
You
know.
wouldn't be a moonshiner.
No,
No,
that shit was real. And then what's that movie we watched all together? Where the river runs through it. Set in the 20s.
When did we watch that?
We didn't. It's funny because it's kind of a gay movie,
Oh.
but
What?
they kind
The
of
fly fishing movie?
yeah.
That's a great movie.
Have some respect.
Montana.
They literally bust down a gay club.
Oh yeah, they do that. don't
Yeah.
they?
So it's anti-gay.
Yeah,
Oh.
but gay. You know.
I haven't seen it in a while.
I mean, I don't know. I'm just
Honestly,
saying.
I haven't
like,
watched that movie in a long time either.
Sounds fishy to me.
I watch it every night before I go to bed.
All
That
right,
and
well.
Brokeback Mountain. See two gay cowboys beating each other up. Anyway, back to Trapdoor.
Are you holding this?
All right, yeah,
Saying
let's
that
go.
shit
Let's
is
go. Back to Trapdoor here.
All right,
So-
give us the beer list.
Yeah, so Dylan was kind enough to get a picture of the beer list when we were in there. So it's a brewery, right? They brew the beer there. You can see the equipment towards the back, which is pretty cool. They have some can pours, but it's all their own stuff. I think for the most part, other than like some cider options that they have and whatnot. But anyways, so the beers that were on tap while we were there was a Light Beam, which is a lager, 4%. We had the Porch beer, which that one's actually really good. It's a Northwest Pale Ale, 5.3. The Fizz, which is a real fruit hard seltzer at 5%. I have not tried that myself.
I had that one.
You like it?
It's pretty good.
Good response. Hella, which is a Hell's style lager, hence the name, kind of cool there. That's a 5%er.
Porch beer and Light Beam were my favorite.
The Porch beer is awesome, honestly. The more that I have that, the more I'm like, this is a good spot to
It's
be
a
at.
sun beer, you know.
Yeah, hence I think that's what they did the name there too. That's a good name. This one is the Pilsner, which is a dry hopped Czech
Cider?
style Pilsner. Yeah, cider. It's a wine. That's 4.8. They have a few options here, guys. So I'm trying to move it a little quicker, but I can only read so fast.
Yeah, just give us the names.
You don't need the ABV like you did last time?
Fuck it. No, it's in the
Okay.
video. Watch the video on
All right,
Monday.
whatever. Lighten Up, Northeast or New England style pale. We have the Zest Fest, which is a grapefruit pale ale. The Double Tang, that's a big boy. New England style double IPA, which we found out about those recently, which is cool.
I don't remember. I know we did.
He said it has nothing to do with the process. It's just like higher alcohol content.
Yeah, they put
That's
they
double
literally
hopped.
put like double the hops ish and
Yeah.
I guess it does have to
Double
do with the
the
process,
strength
but
or
it doesn't
something,
have
right?
to do with, we don't run it back through like we were thinking.
yeah, I don't know. I
Right,
thought
right.
there was like some whole like crazy, which I'm
They
sure
just
is
add
still
more
pretty
hops.
crazy to do, but yeah.
It's very bitter.
So Blown Up as a triple India pale ale, and then we got just a few more guys. We're almost there. Trapdoor IPA, that's kind of a good
staple.
one. Yeah, West Coast IPA. The Lupaluminati, that one's hard to say, and will make you sound like that with other words in your sentences. It's a big beer.
What's the percentage of that?
7.2, which is what always sneaks
nuts.
me because I like to be like, I like the sevens. And then I have one and I'm like, I like the sevens. And I have the second one and I'm like, I need to ride home.
Yeah.
like, it's got to be smaller than that. The Eden, which is a cold IPA. I don't know what goes on with the process of those, but that would have been cool to ask.
Maybe they, I was going to say maybe they don't pasteurize it, but they have to.
I have no idea. I don't know, and I don't want to sound stupid anymore. But
No.
that one's 7.2 as well. So some big beers on here. The Plague Doctor, which is a black IPA. Also don't know what that means. And then they have, these are their darker beers, these last two though. Drums in the Deep, which is an oatmeal stout. Those are the beer. They have can pours too, which is going to have their Glowed Up, which is like another staple one for us. We got that beer a lot. It's a New England style IPA.
And the day beer is a good
And
one.
the day beer too, West Coast Pilsner. They have an Austrian Powers, which is a Vienna lager.
That
Kind of a dope name.
is a wild name.
They have Fleeting Moments, which is a rice lager. And then this one is Untitled number 7. And it's 7.3. So stay away from that one, folks, unless you have a ride home. Those are the beers.
I get where they were going with the Austrian Powers. It's obviously Austin Powers if you look at the sign. Like that was the joke. Mm-hmm. But Austrian Powers, like, all right.
Was Hitler from Austria, or did he just take over Austria?
Yeah. I think he was from Austria. Well, at least that's where his eagle's nest was when they got him.
Yeah.
Interesting choice.
I think they were heavily leaning into the Austin Powers reference,
Yeah,
though,
definitely.
given
And he took it to
like
the
signed
Holocaust.
It's
art and everything. But
it's funny both ways, though.
Yeah.
anyways, that's the beer list, folks.
6
Try it
million
out.
people don't think it's funny.
Well, I don't think anything anymore, but free tattoos. So
What? Oh, fuck. Jesus Christ.
oh boy.
Dude, that's been crazy. Have you guys seen that that show that's on Netflix? It's kind of interesting to watch. It's like a documentary following the jail that did that that like experiment. where
Oh, no.
basically
I
they-
thought you were talking about something
Oh,
else.
the
What is it?
Stanford experiment.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about.
Or Cambridge, Stanford.
It's like they open it up and they let the
Yeah.
inmates do whatever they want. And they have to have order, otherwise they...
yeah.
Yes, but I think I've read about that experiment a couple of times, and like I don't know the way that the show spins this. I haven't seen the show, but from what I know about it is that the instructors that were like leading the charge and being like, here's how we're going to run this experiment. They were like really egging on the people in power.
I think that you're talking about the actual Stanford experiment, but this is not what that is.
Oh.
This was an experiment on like the cell block being open for the inmates versus being locked in their cells. So they had free range of the...
Oh.
Yeah, you're thinking of something else, but that's super interesting too.
Yeah. Okay, sorry.
And weird, which is fun, not fun for them, sure, but kind of a fun thing to look into. You're like, wow, I can't believe this happened that way. But no, this is different. It's just kind of an interesting show to watch. Like, I feel like the warden or the sheriff or whatever his name is, or his title is in that,
That's
like,
warden.
was like really putting a lot on the line, being like, all right, let's open it up, you know, like do what you want, just you know, don't kill each other.
Yeah.
I didn't watch it.
Which you know,
I
some of
wanna
you
watch
did
it.
to get in here. So
Yeah. I'd
So-
like to watch it. How does that turn out? Is it?
I haven't seen all of it yet.
I think they're still in jail.
Yeah, I think they're probably still there for a while. But they did like a bunch of changes. So like they were rewarding the good behavior, and so they allowed, because they only had like one visit per week that they were allowed, and they opened that up to 2 to kind of like give good incentive behind like, hey, don't screw this up, you know? And also you screwed up, you move to a new cell block, you get locked back down. You don't have the free range that they do. And it seemed like everybody was taking like a pretty good approach so far, at least, except for the last episode I watched. They sent a new person got sent into that block, which was like a wrinkle. You know, they're
Yeah.
like, well, let's see how they handle this. You know, it wasn't necessarily part of the plan. So that guy gets put in the block, and then like immediately cheats in a gambling game and gets his absolute shit handed to him by like 3 dudes so, you know,
Huh.
I wonder what they do.
they beat the crap out of him.
I mean, I wonder what how they handle it. Like they lock it down.
The producers
they
will just
lock-
go, thanks for
Yeah.
sticking to the plan.
Thanks for playing. Yeah.
Yeah.
We didn't like him either. No.
There's our
No,
season.
They locked him down, and then like the 3 dudes that beat him up were like kind of, I think, pulled out and then sent to new blocks, so they lost their privileges. And
So
then
it's
they
not
opened
like
it
one
back
person
up.
ruins it for everyone. They
That's
just-
the initial thing, but like they were doing. I don't know how this one
They
turns
just
out. I
punish
can't remember
the
where it ended. I
specific
fell
people.
asleep, but I just know that it was like an old dude that came in. And it's like, you know, he's done a lot of time, and
He doesn't
like
fucking
cheated.
care anymore.
Well, he cheated, and you know, that's like I think that you die pretty regularly in you know, jail or prison or whatever for cheating. And
It's probably what he was
gambling
trying to do, dude. Die on camera.
it was weird. It
Last
was
hurrah.
super weird to listen to how that guy talked. Like,
Yeah.
just you know, them in general is interesting.
Before I forget, oh, fuck. I'm not even going to say the name. Oh, Spooky Time Incorporated. I purchased a book that they are reading.
Nice. Yeah, they have a book club
Yeah.
that I like to sit in on.
Yeah. Is their podcast up and running?
I think I thought I saw something just today that they released their first haunt things.
Like episode or?
Yeah, I feel like
Okay.
I don't know.
Well, if they did,
I've
we'll-
been sick, so I've been quarantined from Haley. I haven't seen her in a while.
asking her what her bubble is.
No.
Yeah.
I think they just released something.
Okay, well, if they did release it, I will put it in the description down below for you guys to check out.
Cannot wait to catch the heat on this.
Yeah, I know,
Post it,
right?
and they're like, they're so much better than you guys. You should quit.
100%.
Give it up. Sell your shit. Better yet, give it to them.
Yeah.
Dude, my favorite thing is showing up to a book club and just giving opinions when I haven't read the book.
Beautiful. I love it.
I don't.
Is that
I'm
part
not-
of why you were quarantined too?
Yeah. She's like, get the fuck out of here, dude.
I'm not. No. Okay, I'm not gonna out anybody here, but we share that liking of
Yeah.
of giving opinions when we haven't read anything. But I'm not expected to read the book. I just show up to the events.
Okay.
Free pizza.
Free pizza.
I mean, for somebody. For me.
Oh.
It's not free for everybody.
Oh, gotcha. Okay.
I mean, someone pays for it.
Nice, dude.
So you just show up, eat their food, and absolutely destroy the books that they're reading. They're like, you have no idea how this character's acting.
The fun part is making it sound intelligent so that they think you have an opinion.
Oh, there you go. Have you
You're over here reading the summary on your phone.
you spoil the ending for them?
Yeah.
Did you sit in on a book club meeting about Dead Silence,
Not yet.
the book that they're reading?
No, they're meeting next week.
Oh, gotcha. Okay, I don't want to go, but
Oh, okay. Are you reading it?
Yeah, I'll start feeding you lines.
Please.
Have you seen that? You guys seen that Family Guy skit where she's like, "Hey, Peter, come down here. We're doing a book club." And he's like, "Oh, great, I'll be right down." And he's like, "Just like eat shit down the stairs."
Dude, you should totally come to book club.
I don't want to do
Please.
that. No, I don't. I've got.
So much fun.
I have a joke that I've been telling, and it's basically about how I joined a book club one time. True story, and it was 90% women, as a lot of them are, you know. And so the book club always goes like, "Hey, what book do you guys want to read next?" And so I'm reading these books, and they're like decent books. It's like The Seven Deaths of Evelyn Hardcastle, Where the Crawdad Sings. Terrible, not a good. I did not think that was a good book. So it's like, my point is, it's all these like coming of age, like female stories and stuff. And so finally, one of the book club meetings, I'm like 6 months in, longer than that. But finally, at one of these meetings, I was like, "Can we please pick on the next one? Can we please pick books?" Anything, any book ever about guys, like, or a guy.
Or just like a gender neutral book that doesn't have to be like a coming of age.
Something. Do you guys want to read Harry Potter? Like,
That's what I was gonna say. Why don't you read Harry Potter?
that would be fine. I was not going through a great time in my life, obviously, because I was in a book club. But so I go, "Hey, can we read a book about a guy?" And they go, "Yeah, sure." So they come back and they go, "Okay, so here are the books." It was like A Man Called Ove. That was the one they ended up picking. Do you guys know what that book is about?
No, was it written
I
by a woman?
remember you reading this one and talking about it, but I don't remember at all what it's about.
Dude, after 6 months to a year of reading just random coming of age female books with these guys, they finally go, "Okay, like they decided on A Man Called Ove." That book is about a guy trying to kill himself over and over and over again because his wife dies.
Wait, did they make a movie about
Yeah.
that with Tom Hanks? Or a TV show or something?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, no kidding.
And that's a remake of the original
After
Swedish
you're having
movie.
like a terrible
dude.
few months too. And you're like, what are they trying to tell me about this book?
I was like, Jesus Christ, like how many books have I read that are female dominated? And the first book that I get to read is about a guy trying to kill himself unsuccessfully. Like he's just like too dumb to make it happen. It's like, are you fucking for real,
failing
dude?
at trying to end it.
And get
No.
this, the only reason he doesn't kill himself is because this girl moves in across the street and saves him.
That's fucked up.
I wanted to hang myself at the end of that book, dude. That was insane. Fucking
Like,
nuts.
how did you, like, I can just imagine the questions they asked you, because I'm sure that you were like the focal point of the discussion. Like, so Dylan, how do you feel about this now that you're the
You're like, well, I know I'm not trying it that way.
Yeah. Yeah.
just found 10 ways not to try?
I can see why he kept failing. This is hard. That's the last
God.
text I ever sent them. No, I think I read that book and then I didn't partake in I think I was just like, I'm good. That was it for me. So,
Dude, please.
Yeah, I remember you asking me a few times if I wanted to join that book club, and I was like, no, not at all. I was like, I will read, but on my own time. I don't want to be put on a time frame, be held to another thing that I have to do, and then talk about it when I know I'm not going to understand it. Like,
they were real slow readers. Like, I think obviously a lot of people finished it early, but it was like it took them 6 months to finish a book.
I'm not a good reader.
wow.
I keep
What is that, a
reading.
page a day?
It's just, yeah, it felt like it.
Might as well be. I will read the same sentence over and over again because I get distracted. But not by other things. I get distracted by my thoughts about it. And I start thinking and then read half the page and I haven't comprehended anything.
Yeah, that's ADHD.
I know.
I was going to say, I have that problem too. I'll read a few pages and be like, I have no idea what's happening right now. I'm just reading it to read it.
Yeah, my eyes are moving.
But
The wheels aren't turning.
There's nothing going on between these eyes.
The hamsters took a break.
Yeah.
Last book club, I bit Haley, and that didn't go well.
You bit Haley.
Plus, you're acting out
Okay.
now too. Like an unruly child.
Oh, sorry, my my autistic fiance. I need to go put him away real quick.
Yeah, that's
That's
what happened.
Bumping your head in the corner.
She like had like a single tear rolling because I bit her pretty hard.
Why, dude?
Did you want to go? I don't understand.
I don't know what. Sometimes it just comes over me. Like I don't know what it is, but I just really want to like chomp down on stuff sometimes. And
He's teething.
literally, it's just like a weird compulsion. So I took her hand. I was like
Something
playing
to
with
get
her
looked at.
ring, and then I bit her right here, and I hit like there's like a tendon that runs right there.
God, dude.
It like really hurt her.
What do you want to do it again? Because that's when we need to be really concerned. We should be concerned in general, actually. But
She's in the middle of trying to discuss the plot of this book.
Literally, she's like,
I say spooky times. It's literally just gonna be an episode on her talking about living with you.
it was bad. So then I felt really bad. So then I bit myself to try to like feel her pain.
Look, like when you accidentally push a toddler over.
Yeah.
Like, see, I fell too.
Yeah,
Like,
so I bit myself really hard, and then both of us just had huge bite marks on our like inner thumb, and I got us both ice packs, and then someone was out of the room, and they came back, and you guys met her at my show. Her name's Grace. She's like, "Why do you guys have ice packs?" And I was like, "I bit Haley, and then I bit myself." And she's like, "What? you bit her?" And I was like, "Yeah, I bit her." She's like, "You bit her?" She's like, she just kept saying it.
Yeah.
She thought I was going to say something different. Like, she kept thinking she was mishearing me, but...
She was giving you a shot at redemption.
Yeah. That's what that was.
And you refused to
You just
take
doubled
it.
down. You're like, I'll bite you too.
Yeah.
Like, I don't like this book.
You better back up, bitch.
Yeah.
Where's the pizza?
Yeah, I think I'm autistic.
I wasn't, buddy.
I hope you develop Tourette's.
What?
I just
I
think
hope you
that
don't.
would be fun.
Like the verbal Tourette's?
Yeah. Yeah. I think
that would derail his career.
Or
He's
would it
just
though?
like singing, then he's like, "Fuck you."
I wish you would step back from that. No, I don't. And then you have Brett like break it down on the drums.
Mm-hmm.
You'd switch it up a little bit.
That'd be cool.
Yeah.
Remix Tourette's. No, the older I get in my life, the more things I realize that I'm not going to say are wrong, but I fit into more categories that are neurodivergent.
No,
I mean, I have like very mild Tourette's where it's just like tics,
These are
which
physical though, yeah.
yeah, they're the physical ones. Thank God, because that would have. I feel very bad for people who have like severe Tourette's and it's like the verbal one.
Mm-hmm.
I think it's the most fascinating thing in the world. Honestly,
Dude, I was gonna say I found this video at some point, and I thought it was honestly like a joke at first, but it wasn't. It was two people with verbal Tourette's, and
Were
like
you gonna say
is-
autism?
No, I was gonna say like auditory. I was like, that's not the right word.
Okay.
But I was like, so funny. No. Anyway, so they're in the car, and the only reason that it was funny and not like, oh man, that sucks, is because for one, it was funny, and two, like they were laughing because so this lady gets in the car and. The guy driving, which I don't know if you know this about Tourette's, but you'll feed off of each other.
Yeah,
So like,
it makes it worse.
Yeah, I've been around people who also have the tics, and it's like we both just look like we're dancing. Like it's like it will.
You're doing the bird
Crump
thing.
it out, dude.
And so I'm laughing because I'm like, I know what these guys are going through right now, but theirs is verbal, which makes it like honestly so much better. So. He's driving the car. He's like her Uber driver, and he says something. He's like, "Fucking shit!" And he's like, "I'm sorry. I don't want to freak you out. Like I have Tourette's." And she's like, "No, it's okay, motherfucker." She's like, "I have it as well." And then they're going. It's like they get creative. She's like, "Let me see your cock." Like, keeps going. She's like, "Put your thumb in my ass." She's like, "I'm so sorry," but they're just having a blast, like laughing their ass off about it. That's awesome. I'm like, oh my god. I'll try to find that. I'll send it to you guys. It's really
What?
funny.
I need
Dude,
to see that.
There's a guy. That's so funny. Those are my favorite videos ever because they roll with it and they're just like
I
fuck
mean,
it.
could you
whatever.
imagine how thick your skin is? Like if you
God,
have
yeah.
that, like you got to have a good personality.
There's this kid I was watching and he's got it. He's a young guy, and he gets on an airplane. And he's like, "I've got a bomb!" Like, and he's like Irish too. So
Oh,
it's
yeah.
like- Dude, he was like the stewardess walked by and he's like, I want to make you me maiden. I've got a bum. And he's like, I don't have a bum. I don't have a bum. Bum. I'm going to open this door. It fucking killed me, dude. I was like, how did you even... That first dude, all the people around him.
Regardless, like you're scared. Like I don't care if you tell me that you have Tourette's. Like that's still terrifying on a plane.
Dude, I was just gonna say that had to have been the most terrifying 5 seconds of the people around him.
Was it on video? Because I think I've seen people get up, right? They're like kind of moving around.
I think one guy like turns around like, buddy, if someone's announcing they have a bomb, it's too late. I don't know.
That's terrible. That guy probably has a very hard time flying places. Like that's got to be. Oh my god.
If somebody is screaming, "I have a bomb," it's over. I don't know what you thought. But it's just so funny, dude. I love it.
That's awesome.
I forget that you technically have Tourette's.
Yeah, I was on medication for it for a while as a kid, but then I think I don't know because I was what?
I said a muzzle.
Yeah, no, I didn't have that type. I just would tick a lot, especially when I got nervous or something.
Mainly during baseball.
Yeah, well, that's when I was nervous. Most of the time was up at the plate, and it looked like I literally was freaking out. But which I think maybe worked to my advantage because the pitchers were like, "What the fuck?
I can't get a read on this guy.
He's in the left box now.
I can't lock on."
Yeah. I also got hit a lot, so it might have made me more of a target. Yeah, honestly, they're like, "Let's hit him again, see if we can really jack this kid up."
Your coach is like, "We need to walk. Send Anthony out there."
Yeah.
He's gonna do his fucking walk dance. Yeah.
Just walk into first base.
Yeah. I'm fine. Oh man. No. But yeah, so I was on medication for a while for it, and then they just weed me off. And I mean, luckily a lot of the times if it's mild enough, and I don't know if my parents just told me this or if it's actually true, but a lot of the times is it can become less and less or more mild. And I think honestly what happens is you just figure out ways to cope with it or hide it a little bit better.
Yeah.
You know? I'm always afraid. I'm like, damn, you know what? Some of my buddies, as we get more successful in life, they're going to have cameras up in their house, and I'm just going to look like a complete weirdo when I go to the bathroom or something. I'm like, let me get out the last 30 minutes here. Start going to town. They're like, this kid's not coming over anymore.
I want to make it me maiden. What the fuck is he doing in there? A bomb! I've got a bomb!
Yeah. Everybody's evacuated by the time I come back.
Open the door up, you're just like... The Macarena.
I'm halfway up the wall.
Dad!
What's that? Yeah, what's that movie where the guy's split personality?
Oh, Glass.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Dude, my parents recently told me I need to stop trying to self-diagnose myself.
Yeah.
And coming up with labels. I'm like, yeah.
There's people doing that a lot nowadays. I think it's
it's so
a whole
easy.
thing. And I'm like, stop doing that because you don't have it.
No.
Go get yourself actually diagnosed or honestly shut up about it. Because if I hear another person say that they have really mild autism, I'm like, you're
on
just
the spectrum.
You're not. You don't have that. You're just a little weird.
Yeah, you've got autism in the mean way.
Yeah, because you now think you have it. Don't self-diagnose
The
yourself.
the problem though is that it's so easy to just get online and be like, "Oh, what are my symptoms?" And then I think subconsciously people Google symptoms they don't necessarily have. Subconsciously they Google things they don't necessarily have.
You know how many different types of cancer I've had over the last 4 years? Because I'm such a hypochondriac. I'll look everything up and I'm like, oh man, this is it. Now I got to start writing my letters, selling my stuff.
And of course you're going to take the worst example. You're going to take the most interesting worst example that you read. Yeah. You're going to be like, yeah, of course I have that.
They should really not put it in bold.
No, they shouldn't. No.
I feel like it draws your eye to it. And they're always like, this is way less. And I'm like, well, I have some bad luck, And then I go down that rabbit hole.
Well, it's always I think it's fair for obviously the internet that's going to give you the most popular searches, but I think it's fair for them to be like, this is the worst case scenario of what you have typed in. So you're responsible for what you typed in. Here's the worst case scenario, but they're like, it's probably not going to be this.
But the WebMD people are psychotic fuck. They're just like, let's make them think they have this.
Yeah, dude. They have to be making some fucking money. How many people do you think WebMD something a day? You know?
Yeah, I think in general, people are just looking to find their community. But I think what it also is it's not just enough to be yourself. You got to have something, otherwise people won't take you seriously. Or
Yeah.
people feel like that.
Well,
Get a hobby.
I can't.
Well, yeah,
I can't have an
right.
opinion unless I'm on the spectrum and I have ADHD.
Exactly.
Because you need to be part of the group you're talking about.
Yeah.
It's like, no, people can say
I was
stuff.
wondering where you're going with that, but yeah, I see what you're saying now. Yeah, because who's gonna listen to a guy that like they just goes, I don't have any problems. They're just gonna go, okay, like
Yeah, must
you
be
don't
nice, buddy.
understand me then.
Like you were telling that story. I'm not getting anybody in trouble here actually, but there's a story where you had said like you guys went out at a party and were singing Toby Keith and somebody
Oh yeah,
names are not being named because I don't even know who the heck they are, but somebody was like, oh, you need to turn the noise
the
or the
sensory thing.
yeah, because my sensory, because my autism. I'm like, you don't have it.
dude, my senses were about to feel a shotgun in my face after she said that. I was like,
They said that.
they said that. I was like, Jesus Christ.
Oh, I just guessed on that.
Yeah.
I don't know.
No, the thing that was funny about that was I think it was just as loud for the Evanescence right before.
Yeah, that's what you
Yeah.
were saying. That's the only reason I was like, you're full of shit.
Right.
Like, no.
All of a sudden, the man who built America comes on, and you got a problem with it, huh?
I don't know.
Interesting. The man was a goddamn Democrat at one point, all right? I think people forget that.
Yeah, I apologized.
Yeah, Democrat before it was cool.
He was, yeah, he was. And then he moved to independent,
Yeah.
I think.
But all was cool with that situation.
No.
Everyone was on the same page. Externally.
Yeah. Except for all the dudes in the back. There's a couple of guys back there I like really vibed with.
Yeah.
I was like, just a couple of straight guys back here. Still got my shirt off.
I was like, I don't know. I could have seen
I'm
him being
keeping
like,
you
can you put
fluffed
your
up.
shirt on?
Just a couple of dudes, right? Fucking chicks is gay, dude.
Who else likes Toby?
What did there's a movie I was watching not too long ago about was it Robert De Niro, The Irishman maybe, but anyway, he's introducing this character and this character is obviously just a crazy dude. And one of the things he says is like he's British and he's like fucking chicks is for puffs, which is like, you know, a slang for gay,
Yeah, right.
I guess.
I've never heard that before.
That's a European thing.
Yeah, it's funny. I was like, damn.
They have
They say it on The Boys
interesting
all the
slang.
time.
They get away with the C word as much as they want. Too.
I know. We really missed out, dude.
The C word's so interesting, yeah.
It's a good word. It's fun to say. It is.
Like, I think I'd be divorced and
Yeah.
there's no way I could ever drop that word. Probably even talking about somebody else. I could do it
Really?
as a joke.
Yeah,
I could do it as a- Well, I don't want to be in the doghouse, dude. I like having fun with my wife and being friends.
Right.
Like, I don't care to.
Yeah.
I don't care to do a couch stint. Like,
Right.
you know, I don't want to do it. So if I can avoid it, I'm going to. So
Stint.
I just will, not use the C word
I don't care to do a
Haley
bit on
says
the
it all the
couch.
time.
until I'm in the UK.
Yeah.
And then I'll say it. For
My brother
funsies.
and my fiance both say it a lot, so I feel like I have a free pass.
It's a good word, man. I think like we really missed
Slippery
out
slope.
on it.
Am
Yeah.
I allowed to say it though, or
I
are
think
they
as long as you
reclaiming the
use
word?
a really bad accent, you're okay.
Really? I've definitely said it like
I think you can even
call.
say it on air if you use the accent.
Yeah, you're probably right. Yeah. Anyway, that's all we got, gang. Thanks for tuning in. I know we derailed the fuck out of that one. But check out Trapdoor. Check out the video that we put out on Monday. Thanks for listening. Love you guys.